I read a quote from, I believe he's the CTO of John Deere. That'd be the Chief Technology Officer. And it had to do in relation to how, electric vehicles have come down in cost because every time you double the capacity of production, it reduced their cost by roughly 28%. So when you think about the batteries that would be needed to operate electric combines or tractors, the battery cost is overwhelming, except they're getting better and more efficient and more refined. It might not be easy to have it at the higher horsepower tractors, but there is a possibility of having it at some of the smaller ones.
Or even with the larger scale operations, like up in our area, and this is something that we've talked about a handful of times on the show with EV tractors. It's just for what most of us do up here in the northern Great Plains, especially in North Dakota, it's just not something that
it's not quite sized to scale for us.
There's no way that you can run this 24/7, and the beets, they'll run 24/7 if weather conditions allow them to.
But on the other hand, if you have someone like MnDOT Cooperative down at Wahpeton, they're using an automated truck on site to haul beets from the pile into the plant because they're having trouble with a labor shortage.
Right.
So you're right. There's just those specific spots where we're finding it working.
Automated or electric?
That one's an automated.
Because the automated, I think, is a great idea. But the batteries just, you can't keep up with the speed and the length of the operation that's going on up here.
Well, and especially, and the tractor's the horsepower.
Exactly.
And cost.
And
cost as well. It's just
now
it's not cost efficient at all, like you were saying.
Smaller operations,
sure, especially like orchards.
In small orchards, there's got to be a great application for that.
And that's where a lot of them tests run.
I don't know what the size of a vineyard is, but if you can get an electric vehicle that'll go through there and harvest all your grapes for you, well, kudos, go for it. That's probably going to work out pretty good because I'm sure grape harvest doesn't run 24/7 for 2 weeks at a time.
But also, and it can also help you with some of that hard to find hand labor. And additionally, there are some food markets that are much more focused on the kinder friendlier climate, if you would, because if you think about oftentimes those who might be buying some of these items, they want to see more efficiency, more environmentally friendly. And I think we're all getting there. We'd like to see things done better, but certain segments of our food market certainly see that more quickly. And there's a study that just came out that says if you are millennial and Generation Z, you are much more likely to want to spend extra money on food that was locally grown and sustainably sourced versus those of us who are boomers and Gen Xers who grew up on like High C and Pop-Tarts, and we're like, sure, get me whatever you need.